and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be continuing trying to hit 2000 elo. So, we're going to play a game, and we're going to see what happens. Alright, so we're paired against a 1949, a lot more my level, and I get the white pieces, so that should be a little bit helpful. But they're playing a Sicilian, so I'm just going to play knight c3. I'm just going to play what I'm comfortable with. Me and my friend looked into this opening quite a bit, but unfortunately, I don't have, too much knowledge over it, so if this person knows some, crazy line, then it's going to be pretty hard for me to, equalize. But anyways, they're playing this. I haven't actually seen this variation before. It might be, their own variation, I don't know, but I think I might just throw in a check, and the knight will probably go there, or the bishop. If it's the bishop, okay, it's the knight, so they're probably going to hit my bishop away. If they do that, I'll probably just trade off, so I'm going to castle. And I actually like my position. So, yeah, let's see what happens. Are they going to play a6? They're probably thinking about it, or maybe playing this. If they play this, though, I can actually pawn break here, right? Wait a minute. Takes. Yeah, we have way more than enough pieces. Even if it wasn't pinned, I think we'd have enough. Because they have 1, 2, 3. I have 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, I have enough. Now the question is, do I want to do that? Boom, boom, bam. Yeah, you know what? I think it's probably the best move. I'm gonna go for it. If they play this, I think I have to take. But, I'm pretty fine with that, to be honest. Alright, let's take back. Alright, the bishop goes here. They're now threatening to take. I suppose I should just play this. And they might have, they might take my knight at some point, but I don't think the pawn structure is that big of an issue, especially if they give me bishop here. Alright, the knight goes there, attacking this pawn in the future. Maybe rook e1. I think rook e1's nice. I'm going to go for that. If the bishop goes here, I'm fine playing f3, to be honest. In fact, it kind of, adds this nice square for my bishop. Maybe we go here. I kind of like this move. If they go there, I'll just hit them away, and I'm not going to be too upset with that. Alright, now we can play queen here, maybe? I think I'm going to go for that. Queen there. Yeah, that looks kind of strong. Maybe having plans to play this. And if the knight goes here once again, I'm kind of fine with this, to be honest. Actually, I don't want to play rook takes, though, because I'd get pinned, so that would not be a good idea, but yeah, I'd play queen takes there, and I'd be pretty fine with my position. Although, to be honest, they could take, and now I don't actually have bishop pair compensation, so maybe this wasn't so good. I don't know. I'm just trying to get out of the opening, because the opening is what kills me all the time. I guess rook ab1 is probably the best move here, getting that defense. If I play something like this, then I'm just opening myself up to these tactics, and that doesn't sound like a fun idea. Alright, the knight does jump there. We're going to hit it away. And I guess we'll see what happens. Okay, the knight is jumping here, trying to take this bishop, maybe. I think we can just slide here, though. I'm gonna go for this. Is there anything, crazy? Doesn't look like it. No pin on this, so. Oh, they have that. Oh, wait, I missed that. That's actually, a really fun move. Uh-oh. Wait, but if they play that, then I have this. Oh, okay, they just took. I guess that's fair enough. I guess we'll just take back. And now I guess we'll just play this. And if they go there, I will take their rook. So, they're not going to play that. And also, actually, the knight defends that, so it would be kind of weird if they played that. Maybe we just push this pawn, and I'm going to take advantage of my center as much as possible. So, also, I'm playing against someone from the Philippines. That's a cool country. I've never been there. In fact, I haven't really been to any country, but maybe at some point I'll go to a country. That would be cool. This position looks pretty solid, to be honest. These two pawns versus this one pawn, and then all the other pawns are like grouped together, kind of. Except for like, I mean, no, they're pretty much attached. And then my opponent has this 6-pawn thing right here. Alright, the rook goes here, I guess in hopes that you can defend this pawn in case I were to play something like this in check. But the queen was already defending it, so maybe they just wanted to add an extra defender. I think this is like a really good move though, right? I mean, it looks strong. I'm gonna go for it. Alright, and now we're gonna play knight takes. I kind of like this. And if this, I'm gonna play that. Alright, the queen goes there. I think... Oh, I see what their idea was now. They wanted to have a rook here, defending that pawn, just in case. We have to play this very carefully, because I tend to mess up sometimes, and I don't want to mess up. Maybe rook c1. I might as well take this file. It looks pretty strong. I'm gonna go for it. And we'll see what happens. Are they gonna play this? If they play that, that looks dangerous. They might play it, though, just to try to undermine my knight. Let's see what happens. I kind of, like, woke up an hour ago, so I might not be in, like, the best condition to play chess. But I feel like also maybe being in the morning, it'll help my chess. Alright, they're blocking off that check. That's kind of smart, I think. If we slide here, we just hang that pawn. There's no point of doing that. So, maybe we slide here? Maybe this is a bit better. I kind of like this square. I'm gonna go here. And also, this bishop can never really attack my, queen. And my knight can really attack anything on any color. In fact, I should be looking out for forks with this knight, because that's kind of the big advantage of having a knight, especially when you're not in, like, the 2500 level yet. And, alright, they're playing queen here, trying to get this pawn. That's fair enough, I guess. Maybe they're also trying to go for takes, and have me have an isolated pawn. But I think I can simply take this, right? Oh, wait, never mind. That was just a bad thought by me. Here, there, here, there, here? That would trap the queen, right? If that happened. Wait a minute. Here, there, 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 there. No, because then the queen escapes. Maybe I just play this, to be honest. And if they want to give me the isolated pawn, I'm not too upset with that, because I think I have sufficient position to defend that. But we'll see what happens. Maybe this isn't the best endgame to get into. Okay, they slide the bishop back. Maybe they want to play this, but that would not be a good idea, so maybe they're not trying to play that. Here, maybe. I kind of like that move, to be honest. It looks strong, but then my knight looks kind of weak. Wait a minute. If here, there, takes, there, yeah, I don't know if that's good for my position. I mean, I would have check here, check there, and then, no, but then I lose too much material, I think, after I play check. But also, like, my attack is pretty crazy, so maybe I don't go for that move, to be honest. It looks too risky, and I'm getting a bit low on the clock. Maybe I should just go for this. I'm gonna go for that, to be honest. See if we get a queen trade. The queen's not defended, so they can't play an in-betweener. And obviously they can't play that. What? Wait a minute. I think my opponent just made a mistake. Yeah, I guess, but this looks very good for me. I'm up in exchange. Or not in exchange, sorry. I'm up a queen for a bishop. Uh-oh. My opponent messed up. That's actually really funny. I didn't expect them to actually play that. Now I'm gonna play rook here. I'm gonna get all these pieces traded off. Or they might play that, but then I'll play this. Oh my. Wow. I feel kind of bad for my opponent because I feel like I've been in that experience many times, but at the same time, you have to be careful. And yeah, I mean that usually happens to me in Blitz though, not really Rapid. I guess Rapid is like the stressful mode though because that's the mode where typically there's enough time on the clock to where to where like I don't know what I'm trying to say, but the nerves are definitely the highest in Rapid, in my opinion. Unless, of course, you're a lot higher in, like, Blitz or Bullet. But yeah, it looks like... Yeah, they're thinking for quite a while. Okay, they're taking that pawn. I think I can take this pawn, and they don't have they don't have two attackers on this pawn. The bishop is here, luckily. They're probably going to play this. That would be my guess. If they play that, what do I play? I don't want to sack the queen for a rook because that doesn't seem winning enough. Like taking risks like that is like there's no reason to do that really. All right, and that's another free pawn and a bishop. So that's pretty nice for me. All right, they resigned the game. That was fair enough, to be honest. Resigning the game made sense there. I don't want to do a rematch because it's really hard to edit these videos when I do more than one game. But anyways, let's look at that game, see if there were any mistakes, and I'll cut to that point. Alright, I have found the game, and whoa, I made 2 blunders. I played it in 86.1% accuracy, but I'm curious to see what these blunders were. So, anyways, the theory went for quite a while. This bishop b5 move, though, I think it ended the theory, or technically their g6 move did, but... yeah, these blunders, I mean, it's pretty flat right now, but the blunders happened, where did they happen? Okay, this was a blunder right here. Why was this a blunder? Let's see. It says, you allowed your opponent to eventually win a pawn. I want to see the tactic. Alright. Oh! Oh my gosh, that's so hard to see. Whoa, wait a minute. Yeah, I get the point, but you sacrifice the rook, and then after they take, you take a free knight, and you fork the rooks. That is a crazy move, and I missed that. And I guess I missed that move twice, because they gave me 2 blunders for it, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they marked this as brilliant. Right? Did they mark that as brilliant? Yeah, they do. My opponent missed out on a brilliant move, but to be honest, that is a hard, brilliant move to see. And then after they played this, this was a blunder. Okay, why was this a blunder? Let's see. Should follow up. Oh yeah, it was the bishop takes, like I mentioned. I thought that it didn't work because I could play that, hit the knight away, but I guess the knight could take the bishop. Okay, I guess that's fair enough. But that looks like the last blunder I made throughout the game. And they say whoever makes the last blunder is typically the one who loses the game because my opponent made this pretty tragic blunder, and it's kind of unfortunate because I feel like if they would have taken just a bit more time, they would have realized that was not a good move. But at least they fought back a little bit, and then once they played this, they're like, okay, it's time to resign. But yeah, that was a pretty fun game, and thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll continue this series maybe next Saturday, I don't know, whenever I really feel like it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and goodbye!